Hello and thank you for watching my video. This is another video, and it's a video that I've decided to make because I've had a lot of requests, particularly regarding when I've been doing one of my videos, how to make gold, and looking at why I decided to Mystic Forge a lot of the Masterwork items. Now, as you can see here, I've actually done a couple of dungeon runs today, and what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to salvage the light armor. As you can see, we get silk for that, and the reason we sell silk, or we want silk, is because for, the amount, I've actually just got 3 silk scraps, and that's worth their 6.6 silver, and obviously if we sold that, it's 1.46 if you sold it back to the merchant. If you sell it on the trading post, it's only worth about 4 silver, so it's definitely worth salvaging that. So it's 4 silver on the trading post, and I actually got 2 gossamer scraps, which isn't fantastic, but that's the chance, the risk you run. So what about the rest of my items? Well, I'm not going to salvage the heavy or the medium because of one particular reason. If we go to my bank here, these are what you get from salvaging medium sort of armor. You get thick leather sections. You do not need thick leather sections. They are so cheap that there's no point in buying them, because if you look, or selling them on the trading post, because it's just not worth it. You actually lose money because you have to sell them at a price where it's actually cheaper to sell them back to the merchant. As regards for mithril ore, if we ever look at the price of that, it's not too bad. Obviously you look at 47 copper, and generally, obviously, if you compare it to what I actually salvaged just a minute ago, where I salvaged the gossamer scrap, mithril can be okay. But if you remember, if you look at how much it cost, well, it was less than 50 copper. But if you look how much you can sell, say a heavy armor piece, 139. So you're better off actually putting that in the Mystic Forge, or even selling it. So why do I put my Masterwork items in the Mystic Forge? Well, let's take a look at this, okay? None of these items are worth really anything at all now. I mean, you might get Elder Woodlog again, but that's not worth very much. That's probably one of the cheapest materials out there. But let's have a look. Okay, so if you actually put 4 of these items into the Mystic Forge, they are on average around about sort of 1.5 gold, just over 1.5 silver, sorry. So 3, 4.5, 6. Let's round it up to 7 silver for a try at the Mystic Forge. And what you're trying to get is a rare. Now, someone messaged me and actually said that, obviously, I didn't make it clear. This has to be over level 68. It's not worth it if you're doing it under 68. If you get a Masterwork item that's less than level 68, salvage it. It isn't worth it, because the rare that you get will not be as valuable. The reason why it has to be over 68 is because that's the level at which you can salvage rares to get ectos. So let's have a look. This rare on the trading post is going for 30 silver. So why I actually salvage my rares to actually get ectos, because ectos are just a little bit more than that. And if you think about it, if I put 4 of these in, that's what, 7 silver roughly, I can get out a rare which is worth 30 silver. So on average, I've got at least 5 goes at putting Masterworks into the Mystic Forge. Why 5? Well, because I put 16 items into the Mystic Forge, and that's obviously 4 goes. But obviously I'm getting stuff out of that as well. So I'll actually get an extra go thanks to all the bonus stuff. So I've actually got 5 attempts to get a rare to make it worth my while. So let's have a look. This is me. I'm talking as I'm doing this, so I have no idea how this is going to work out. So I tend to salvage the weapons together and the armor together. So we get an armor. Reason being, obviously, weapons tend to be a little bit more expensive, so you do want to keep them together, because if you include 3 weapons in an armor piece, you might get an armor piece back. So there we go. Look at that. I don't even know what I salvaged there. I actually got a staff. I must have put in a weapon by accident. So that staff, if I sell that now, how much is that going to be worth? That's 77 silver. Right, well that is over 10, well that's got to be at least 10 attempts then, 11 attempts even, well minus the treatment, the fee, so, and the tax, so that's at least 10 goes of Masterwork items to get sort of the equivalent, or that is the equivalent of 40 Masterwork items from that one rare attempt. Alright, I admit that this is a pretty lucky go to have that on one of my first goes, so, you know, I'm going to let that one slide a little bit. You know, you're not going to always get this lucky. So let's carry on. I don't know if I'm going to get another rare out of this, but let's have a look. Why am I getting... Okay, I don't know what's going on today. Okay, so we've got 4 weapons in there. That's definitely 4 weapons. Okay, there we go. Must be misclicking today. So there we go. Okay, so we've got another rare. Cool, so we've got the Berserkers, Pants of Citadel. Unfortunately, it's a medium armor item, and it's only 27 silver. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to salvage it, okay? That's it's a bit risky, you know. You've got the choice of making a little bit of silver, but I'm going for the ecto. Hey, I got an ecto, and I got a rare out of it. That Masterwork of the Citadel is 4 silver, so if I sold that, that's 4 silver. That's pretty much, you know, that's a decent return. And the ecto... again is 32 silver, so that's call it rounding up to 33 plus the 4. Actually it's not going to be 33, it'll be about 28 plus that, so it's 32 silver, and that's definitely turned out to be worth my while. And so that's where we go, carry on. We've got some more, 4 more weapons. Oh, we got another rare. Okay, this is being really, really lucky today, alright? This isn't anything to do with where I stand in the Mystic Forge, it's just random chance, alright? So, you know, this is... I feel sorry for those of you that spend ages, and I know I have spent ages doing this. Okay, just a little note, if you end up with 3 sort of armor pieces and a weapon, it's better to Mystic Forge that, because you've still got a chance of getting a weapon. And there we go, so we've got a weapon back out. Alright, so no problem. But what we're going to do, we're going to Mystic Forge those sort of the major runes. We get major rune of water. Again, we're looking for a superior rune. Okay. So, you know, again, that's a risky chance. I want to try and get the superior rune because you can get them really expensive runes. So let's go back to our bank. We'll put that back in there. And we're going to deposit this, these 2 here. And we got out, so we've got 2 rares. Well, actually that rare was original. So if we sell this on the trading base, this is a focus that I got out. That's 37-ish. I think I'll put it at that, 37 silver. And the rampages, I'm going to salvage that. That was one I already had. And I got an ecto from it. Okay, remember I'm actually using the Mystic Salvage kit. You do not want to use ideally anything lower than that because of you know, the chance of getting an ecto is reduced drastically without using that. You can use a Black Lion Salvage kit. I used to do that, however I did run low on Black Lion Salvage kits. I only tend to use them for ectos or sort of upgrade recovery. As you can see there, I've got quite a lot now, so I will start, you know, using them on a few more rare items, and you'll see me sort of what the difference is. You know, what I'm going to do, I'll just show you, for example, the difference as an ecto. Right, this is just me showing you as a difference example. I'm going to salvage 6 ectos, okay? Now, I'm going to, because the reason I'm doing that is because I want some crystalline dust. So, here we go. I'm going to salvage 3 times using the Mystic Salvage Kit and 3 times using the Black Lion Salvage Kit. This is just to demonstrate if there's any difference between the kits, obviously, and the rare and exotic items. This is why you want to use the Mystic Salvage Kit for when you're salvaging rare items, although you can use the Black Lion Salvage Kit. Please note that there is a little bit of discrepancy because, obviously, I'm doing it only 3 times, so I'm sure it won't be representative. I might be lucky, I might be unlucky. It's just an example, okay? So we've got 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we've got 5 piles of crystalline dust and 100, so we've got 180 at 150, so 330 luck. Alright, let's salvage this. 1, 2, 3. So we've got exactly the same amount of dust, and I think it actually turns out roughly the same, or maybe even a bit less. So that's an example. I mean, that is pretty close. It's 80% chance of recovering items and 25% chance of rare materials. There, it's 50% chance. So it's a bit disappointing. I'm going to shove that luck into using a... what's it called? I'm going to use an artificer to actually combine that luck rather than me clicking like a monkey. So there we go. That is pretty much why I've created this video, to show you just why I go about putting Masterwork items in the Mystic Forge. In my experience, I've found that even if you don't do it for 6 or 7 goes and you don't get a rare out of it, you've seen me today. Okay, I'll be admit first off, that first item was pretty damn lucky because it was a very expensive rare. But the other two, they were reasonable rares. It actually does work out in the long term. You will actually gain more rares out of the Mystic Forge there, and you will earn more money than if you just actually, sort of sold the Masterwork items on the TP or on back to the merchant. It's definitely recommended. It's your choice at the end of the day. I'm just giving you some advice. I've had over 2.5 years of experience at this game doing this, and I think it's definitely worthwhile. But obviously, everyone's got different experience at that, and I value any comments or feedback regarding this. So remember, the key points are: it has to be over the level 68 because you want to get a level 68 rare, which is when you can actually salvage it to get ectoplasm. And you want to try and use, when you salvage rares, use the Mystic Salvage Kit or a Black Lion Salvage Kit. Any less and you're likely to be missing out on the chance of getting an ectoplasm. Anyway, thank you very much for watching my video. I hope this has been a sort of enlightening for you, and I hope you've sort of taken something from this. Thanks very much for watching. Catch you on the next video.